Hi, my name is Sanjay Shrestha and I'm currently studying at Charles Sister University. This is my second assessment item. It's about cloud concept and models. What is cloud computing? Cloud computing is basically utility computing where one can access to the shared physical or virtual resources online. Here, one can demand further services as per their requirements and pay for the exact amount of services used. Consumers can even scale the services they are using up and down as per their wish and even can horizontally scale the services. Here are some of the other definitions. Cloud computing is defined as a model for enabling on-demand network access to the set pool of resources such as hardware, applications, storage, and networks that can be scaled and measured. According to Stephen Frey, cloud computing is really a utility computing and therefore we are moving into a new computing era. Features of cloud computing. According to Mel and Krenz, cloud computing can be classified or characterized as on-demand self-service. Consumers are privileged to use the cloud services whenever needed. Broad network access. Consumers are facilitated to use the service from remote place with the help of internet. One does not need to be at workplace. Resource pooling. It implies that a multi-tenant model has been used by the cloud to provide services to various clients. In general, the client does not have control over data about the place of the supplied access. Rapid elasticity. Capabilities can be released and provisioned as per need without any technical barrier. Measured service. The capabilities used are measured and consumer pay only for the services used. It helps in cost reduction. Cloud service models. There are basically three service models and they are software as a service, platform as a service, and infrastructure as a service. Cloud deployment models. There are four cloud deployment models and they are private cloud. The In private cloud, the cloud infrastructure is operated solely for an organization. Public cloud. In public cloud, the cloud infrastructure is available to all public or large group of companies. Community cloud. In community cloud, the cloud infrastructure is shared by several organizations with similar mission, security requirements and policies. Hybrid cloud. The combination of any two or more model like private, public and community cloud are called hybrid cloud. Video dev limited to cloud. Why? There are various reasons for video dev limited to move to cloud and some of them are listed below. Flexibility. Staff at video dev can get access to the services required at any time without the need to wait if video dev moves to the cloud. That is because of the flexibility features where utilization of the services can be scaled up when needed without any technical difficulty. Reduce the heavy workloads. This would reduce the heavy workload of the Melbourne and Sydney data center. It also helps to reduce the backlogs and enables timely delivery of the projects. It also helps in formulating strategy based on lead or lag or match concept. It provides cost benefits to the video dev limited. It also provides security and data backup mechanisms. It has standardization and uniformity to all the team members' desktop. It has also a high range of availability. Software as a service. In this service model, consumers are capable to use the provider's application in the cloud. These applications are accessible from various clients, devices like web browser or program interface. Consumers are not able to use the cloud infrastructure like network services, storage, operating system, etc. Operating environment largely irrelevant. Fully functional applications such as email, ERP are provided. Platform as a service versus infrastructure as a service. Platform as a service, where consumers are capable of deploying their application into the cloud infrastructure. Cloud service providers provide platform as a service to the clients. Infrastructure as a service, where consumers are capable of using the infrastructure of a cloud providers for running their software. The- There are some differences between platform as a service and infrastructure as a service. Here you can see the differences. In platform as a service, consumers are IT administrator, whereas in infrastructure as a service, consumers are mainly developer. And GoGrid is an example of platform as a service, whereas Microsoft Azure is an example of infrastructure as a service. In platform as a service, operating environment are included, whereas in infrastructure as a service, virtual environment where operating platform and application are deployed. Application of choice can be deployed in platform as a service, and infrastructure as a service provide storage as a service. These are some differences between platform as a service and infrastructure as a service. What is best for video dev and why? I believe among the three service model, infrastructure as a service would be the perfect fit for video dev. This would help them create strategy based on lag, where more resources are added whenever their existing resources reach to full capacity or set capacity. This would help them to overcome the problem of jobs on queue. This will always ensure the timely delivery of the services to the clients all over Australia. There are some issues with infrastructure as a service, and among them, data privacy and security issues are the extreme ones. According to some research, more than 50% of the people are unsatisfied with the data privacy and security mechanisms. Lack of benchmarking or leading practice experience is also one of the issues with infrastructure as a service. Due to over-dependent on the IT provider, there is a threat to the individual's potential, and there is also a threat to the reputation of an organization. This is also due to the over-reliance on IT provider. There are some architectural models that might be considered for deployment. Some of them are workload distribution. In workload distribution, resources are distributed horizontally using load balancer with runtime logic. This minimizes the over and underutilization of IT resources. Resource pooling architecture. It ensures the synchronization of the group of identical IT resources that are grouped and maintained. Composed of servers, physical, virtual, or both, CPU, memory, storage, etc. Dynamic scalability architecture uses predefined set of conditions to trigger the allocation of resources. Resources are added or subtracted as per need using runtime usage. Elastic resource capacity architecture used for the provisioning of the virtual machines. Service load balancing architecture, specialized variation of workload balancing architecture. It is mainly designed for scaling cloud service implementations. Cloud bursting architecture. It bursts out the IT resources that are on premise to the cloud whenever a trigger point is achieved. elastic disk provisioning architecture, and last, cloud balancing architecture. It is also a specialized model that allows the load balancing across multiple clouds. How this alternative deployment model assists in removing backlogs. Workload distribution assists in removing backlogs with the help of load balancer in the cloud that can horizontally add or subtract the resources as per the need. Required data storage processor and the networks with higher bandwidth can help in video processing in efficient way. Amazon Workspace versus Windows Virtual Desktop. Advantages of Amazon Workspace. World-class cloud infrastructure. Pay-for-use services only. Highly robust service. Backup and recovery. And there are some disadvantages of Amazon. It might be slightly costly compared to Windows Virtual Desktop. For some Windows products, Microsoft provides free security updates. And now, the advantages of virtual desktop. Like Amazon Workspace, it always provides high security services. Even if the security is breached or destroyed, the data can be retrieved with high backup and recovery mechanism. Pay for used resources only. World-class cloud infrastructure. Disadvantages of virtual desktop. In terms of proven stability of the service, Amazon AWS Workspace is regarded as the better choice than Microsoft Windows Virtual Desktop. Video dev to Amazon or Virtual Desktop. I believe that Amazon would be the perfect fit for video dev SDOA since it has superiority of proven stability over virtual desktop. Amazon was fully launched in March 2014 while Microsoft Virtual Desktop was launched in September 2018. That means that Amazon is 4 years ahead of Virtual Desktop and Virtual Desktop is in its initial phase of development. Standard desktop operating environment to staff members' laptops. AWS creates the framework for the adoption of these services that assist in providing each staff or members with the standard desktop operating environment. AWS provides each and every member of an organization based on the agreement between them in early stages. This results in having the standard desktop on each individual staff member's laptop. Thank you for making this far.